Hey everybody, clearing. All right, divine masculine check-in here. I'm just hearing the masculines are fighting. Feisty, sorry, feisty. There's something that's made them kind of antsy, like uh, fidgety, frustrated, like they got ants in their pants. They need to get a move on. It's something like kicking into gear. Yeah, let's dive in and see what it is. So thank you, Divine Creator, for using me as a channel of only the highest, most beneficial information coming through. What can we see for where the divine masculines are at regarding all of the energies in the connection? How are they consciously thinking of their connection, their divine feminine? How are they feeling for the connection and their counterpart? What are they wishing for at this time? And what action are they taking directly or indirectly that will lead to union? What is the biggest challenge, the spirit guided solution for that challenge, and the direction in the near future? Okay, I also heard that this feisty energy is foretelling a spiritual jump, like some kind of energy expansion spiritually. So here we go. Conscious mind about the connection. 8 of Cups, gone but not gone. Ooh, they know that, again, we're getting this message that they know there's unfinished business here, but that it looks like they have stepped back and maybe gone for good. But I'm still getting that they know that that's not the case, that there's still this connection. It's like the charade is wearing thin. It's like, who am I kidding kind of energy. Like they're catching themselves all out on their too cool for school aloofness, and they're realizing that's not the most mature way to be. Oh, good. And energetically, linear sequencing, hierarchy, time, and logic. So logically, they realize that if they keep this aloofness going, that eventually you're going to assume they're actually not that into you. What is the advice for the feminines? 3 of Cups, Lord of Abundance. Just know that it all works in perfect unison, and that everything that's happening, whether the masculines are feeling secure in their decisions or not, just know that these journeys bring in ultimate abundance. And that's why unconditional love weathers all these storms, is because it's really about this abundance coming in. And that means energetic abundance, not just material realm abundance. When we're in energetic abundance, we don't have lack or shortage. When somebody is in weak energy or wobbles or isn't able to be authentic, we are balanced anyway. So this is like conditioning us, tempering us into this abundant attitude, first person. Sometimes the feminines are in the weak energy, sometimes the masculines are in the weak energy, and the masculines are realizing it's time to sort of come out of their what looks like indifference. I just heard. Wow. Okay, what can we see for how they're viewing their feminine? King of Wands. They know darn well that you are the only one that does it for them. Really, truly, on the deepest levels, they just also know they haven't told you that. Wow. And Starseed Matrix, multidimensional consciousness, holographic information. I'm just getting like all of the images that are bombarding us in the media, in society, in our imprinting. It's like flashes, it's like time lapse being drilled into the masculines, and no matter how much eye candy or stimulation they get, nothing compares. It's like not just searching the whole world for someone like you, but on every plane of existence, you align. You're enough. You check the boxes. You fulfill that want in them. They just haven't told you. What is the advice for you? Daughter of the Lord of Truth, the Justice card. So this card comes up repeatedly when we're talking about legal things playing out with karma. It has been coming up for the feminines nonstop recently. So feminines, whatever, if that resonates that you're going through something legal, just know that if your masculine hasn't come forward yet, it's not because they're rejecting you. It's not because they're abandoning you. It's by the grace of the divine that these journeys work perfectly like clockwork, in unison like that. So if you still have things that you're closing out legally, financially, in the material realm, this is the grace period that you are being given to do that. It's as quick or takes as long as you need to do it right and consciously to come into balance for your life. All the things that pre-existed your counterpart, you invoked those in your life, and as a master, you're going to get yourself balanced in the aftermath of those choices. And so see this yin yang, this connection wants to come together. But whatever is playing out in this regard needs to happen first. So it might look like your masculine is indifferent. It might look like they are pulled away, that they are choosing to stay at arm's length. But energetically, it all works together that way. And it's not a mystery when we look at it in terms of what is in our highest and best interest from the divine perspective. That storyline looks like all the things that are not your masculine's burden that are in your life need to close out, and vice versa. Flip it if you need to. Have compassion if your masculine is the one that still needs to end certain things in order to come forward and show you what you deserve and what they want to pour into you and your connection. What can we see for the conscious awareness on the heart space for these masculines about the connection? Wow, the heart is awake, love, innocence, and reverence. They have just suddenly, with the tower here in the inverse, they've just suddenly seen this connection through fresh eyes. For some, they did get a little bit of a jolt that that they took your love for granted. That came through in yesterday's reading. And so it woke them up. It woke their heart up. There's something about this particular time in your journey that isn't as much of a given that you'll wait for them or that you're investing in this connection. There's something about the timing at large, possibly this justice energy, that makes it a different ball game right now, that causes them to feel like what once held true about you being solely focused on them, circumstances supported that the masculines felt they had more time. All of a sudden, they feel like it's not up to them, that they will lose out on this opportunity. It's like suddenly they are alert to the timing, to the potentials right now. And it feels like it kind of shook them awake, that it's not like it used to be. You are more liberated than you've ever been. Your circumstances are changing or have changed. And these masculines know that if they are not ready, willing, and able to step forward here, that now you truly are free to choose someone else. That's what I'm hearing. Advice for the feminines. Two of Swords, Lord of Peace restored. So it's not actually about choosing your masculine or another masculine. It's actually about being in your peace right now. So your advice is to not worry about what your masculine's fears or concerns might be. And you are in such a open energy. You may have lots of masculines coming towards you at this time. If that doesn't feel like what you want to entertain or explore, just know you don't have to make a decision between your masculine and other masculines. Your true decision ever and always is to bring yourself back into peace, whatever that looks like. You're not bound to who you think is your soulmate, twin flame, divine counterpart. There's no binding in that. It's either aligned or it isn't. There's nothing saying that you have to. God does not want you to be hell-bent on a particular person being your masculine, and then that's that. when you know that someone is aligned, it doesn't feel like it's the only option, it's the only solution, it's the only route. It feels so familiar and peaceful and grounded that you don't even think twice about it. It just is. And you're probably not watching a tarot reading if you're in that energy. So this is about reminding for those watching this, it's not about choosing between this masculine you're watching for and another masculine. It's literally about you restoring your peace right now, and never you mind trying to decide about anybody. Your heart will know if a person is for you. Until then, focus on your peace. What can we see in the heart of hearts? These masculines hold and are aware of for their feminine, that they have things to say that they're not being guided to say just yet. Divination, intuition, inner vision. Yeah, they're searching their inner reality for what they are going to say. I heard mustering the words. So yeah, they are continuing. We've seen in the last few readings, there's a deep dive, soul searching, again in this energy, this big moon that we just had, where the masculines are really looking at the whole thing through new eyes and seeing their accountability and where they've mishandled or dropped the ball, or where they could do better or could have done better and can do better going forward. And so this says rescued reflections. So the things that have played out, those missteps, they're actually considering what they could have done differently. And I'm getting that this is them considering an apology for how that they have treated you, and they're not so proud of it. It's like they're looking for the right words so that I don't want to, so I heard so they can save face, but I don't want that to be derogatory. That's an endearing thing. Like, they don't want to grovel. They don't want to make it seem like they're unforgivable or think that what they've done is that horrendous. They actually want to say it in a way that they take ownership for it, but they want to be accountable, and then they want to win you over. They don't want you to hold it against them. They want that purity that shows you that they know that they have been in the wrong and that they have changed. What is the advice, feminines? 7 of Swords, Lord of unstable effort. So don't be deluded. There has been an unstable effort here. Your masculines are not wrong to begin to see how they could have done things differently. And they're not wrong to look at formulating what it is they can say to you. Behind the scenes, this is behind the scenes. This is going on right now, feminines. They want to come clean. What is it for the manifestation they're wishing for here? 6 of Wands. So at this stage, it is an internal victory between them and God. And this wanted to flip just in my hand right then. This is the public victory. This is them being able to come to you openly for all to see if needed, with the fulfillment of karmic completion here. So seal of fulfilled transformation. So we've been seeing that when the masculines come correct, they will have completed their karma and be able to speak on that. They'll be able to own it. They'll be able to show that they are done with it. This says alchemy, metamorphosis, karmic completion. So whatever they are praying for the words for here, they want to manifest this opportunity to have closure on the karma, not closure on your connection, to bring peace to your connection by saying, you know, those things of the past that kept us apart are no longer a factor. I'm no longer in that mindset, that belief, that attitude, that situation, that agreement, that arrangement, and it's done. So they haven't wanted to prematurely tip you off to it, overpromise, underdeliver. They've actually wanted to get it done, take care of it, establish. For many of them, they've been creating a whole new life. Some have been making homes, changing careers, changing living situation. They've been doing all of this without you knowing that they are preparing to show you how much this love has inspired them and bring you in on it, sweep you off your feet. It may not be a grand gesture. It may take you a while to realize that they've done it all for you. I'm getting that many of them won't spell it out. They will bring you in on it, and you'll start connecting the dots bit by bit, and they will start to smile deeper and deeper as you recognize the results of what they've been up to this whole time. Advice for the feminines, the Hangman, Spirit of Mighty Waters. So you might feel like this period of spaciousness is a certain kind of thing, but with the Hanged One, it's this 180 irony. So what I'm getting here is, while you think maybe they've forgotten you, or they're not really prioritizing you, they're acting nonchalant, there's so much more going on than meets the eye, and it might actually be the exact opposite of what you think it is. They might be working hard, doing it all for you right now, feminines. What can we see for the action these masculines are wishing to take? King of Pentacles, they want to walk the talk, or talk the talk and walk the walk. They want to embody all of it. They don't want to just say things. They want to be masculines of their word. Dimensional planes of perception number 4, intention, mental breakthroughs, ideas. It's funny because I get the sense that as these masculines embarked on this behind the scenes consistency, continuity, commitment to this connection and this eventual union, that it kept opening up new possibilities to finesse what they were working on to the next level and the next level. And as your side of the energy played out and took twists and turns, and other things were added into it, they became more proficient, more masterful, more creative, more loving over there all the while. But I get the sense there's not a lot of communication in the physical about this, that good part is going to happen when you actually come together and get to experience the result of it together. Temperance, daughter of the reconcilers. Yes, reconciliation is coming in here. It's so beautiful because it does feel like, as the masculines really affirm, you have remained available to them. That's not the same as waiting. While they've been going through this process, you've been going through your process legitimately. It's not something that you've actually had a free will choice to do, in so much that circumstances were available for this to come together. Circumstances prevented this from coming together, but you had the free will choice, feminines, to stay loyal, to stay interested. That's not the same as waiting. If your circumstances have been such that you didn't have the ability to start a relationship like this in the physical, that is exactly the kind of energy that is being channeled here, that the universe wouldn't allow you to come together or to start something new with someone else. But that is changing. So it's becoming time to actually have a relationship now, feminines. And your masculines understand this. This is part of the intensity they're feeling right now, part of the aliveness, the exhilaration, that kick in the energy, the friskiness, frustration, that whatever that word was that I channeled at the beginning. That's why they're feeling this jolt right now, is because in the past, circumstances were not such that this could come together, and you both knew it, but now you are actually free and clear to pursue. And this is the difference at this time, feminines. Okay, what is the biggest challenge here? 5 of Wands, the last bits of things that need to be sorted, and joy, playfulness, pleasure. Masculines want to be the ones that come in here, not a moment too soon, not a moment too late. And so again, we're just seeing that perfect timing, like that impeccable entrance, that impeccable timing for the communication here, for the reconciliation here. Masculines are more aware of it than you are. I just heard, feminines. What can we see for advice for the feminines? The Last Judgment. Yeah, you won't see this coming. You're masculine because they are the one that is tasked with the safety and the safe container of this to create lasting trust in your connection. Leave it to them to know when the timing aligns for this to come in, they know, they have an uncanny connection with source, knowledge of what needs to still click before they can say what they need to say here to reconcile these connections. What is the solution for this? 9 of Swords, crossing, dotting I's and crossing T's, and subatomic velocitor, acceleration, stimulation, and excitation. What did I tell you? Like, they are vibrating with a new kind of spark right now. It's like their engines are starting to run. Some of them might actually be getting in a vehicle to come towards you physically, I'm hearing, whatever that means for your situation. And advice for the feminines, the universe, the great one of the nighttime. So I could drive all night to get to you. There's something going on here. Again, I'm getting that feeling that they have considered the whole entire world and all the dimensions, and they really do feel like the love you offer is pure, it's divine. You might get a message at night. I'm getting a message that your masculine may send. I'm just seeing a smiley face. Text message. It's like something that comes through that just sort of looks casual, but the timing of it, or it's like trigger happy, like they can't help themselves but do a little something because they're starting to feel like they want to remind you they are there, that they haven't forgotten you, that they are not invested in this. Again, I'm getting that energy that they're realizing that they've been giving you this surface level show of disinterest, but they're actually so deeply in love with you, is what I'm hearing. What is the direction in the near future? Next 3 weeks. Ace of Wands. This is the inspired action, and lunar progressor, emotional equilibrium, compassionate non-attachment. That moon was a doozy, I'm hearing. You know, it's really lit this spark in them. And lunar progressor, you know, it's like they are just sitting with what has been illuminated over this last supermoon. And there's an integration of what steps to take next. Queen of Swords. Again, we're getting, the Queen of Swords is in the inverse here. So again, I'm getting this message that you won't see it coming. Because you are so proficient now at being in your own energy and not thinking twice about overthinking or worrying and this kind of thing, feminines, it's becoming more peaceful. You don't have to trouble yourself to try and watch the horizon for this return. You're in more safety than that. Okay, one last card. We're going to do an alchemy card. What can the collective meditate on here? Mercury. Well, this has been a card, and the elements that are related to Mercury have been coming up since mid-July. I feel in general that means we're getting that hanged one energy where we're going in a 180 flip. It's like what we thought was one way is going to be shown to be something else. And so all the ways these relationships haven't looked romantic or primary or that kind of thing, it's going to flip. Like we're in the midst of the turnover here. Mercury. In the realm of Mercury, anything is possible. The energy is transfixing and seductive, just like the metal itself. Since this planet rules commerce and communication, it's likely there are deals, contracts, and calls being exchanged that will spin you into a world of mercurial wonder. So yeah, I'm getting there's a lot behind the scenes that's playing out right now that we don't necessarily know on both sides. And this is part of the sovereignty that's being anchored. We don't need to be hypervigilant. These journeys have put us at ease that we can trust, that we don't need to be fixated on what's happening or not happening in the lives of the counterparts, that we can trust the love, that time and time again we come back with these genuine shows of wholehearted care for each other. And that doesn't happen if you're not the primary person for the other one. And so it's really a trust building that we can be in extended periods of spaciousness and not lose the faith, not lose the connection. Okay, don't rush big decisions or get caught in the mesmerizing energy. Rather, pay particular attention to the precise words that are being spoken and written. So right now, while everybody's doing things in their own energy, be mindful of contracts. Be sure that you're not distracted by your counterpart or thoughts about what comes next while you're negotiating legal contracts, anything like that. There may be tricks underway, maybe not. No one is quite sure yet. It is said that energy of Mercury is found in the pinky finger and that its ally is the color green. Enjoy your time in this Emerald Hall of Mirrors. Just don't sign your name on the dotted line until what is liquid becomes solid, until clear words are expressed by an honest tongue. Don't make assumptions, don't get ahead of yourself, but just know there's so much mercurial wonder playing out right now as timelines converge and switch over and invert and unfold. This is where we timeline hop into our higher timelines. I've been getting that the energy is like a game of snakes and ladders over Lionsgate portal, and here we are on the 1010 portal. Things are not going to be the same. Keep your frequencies high. Keep focused on what you wish. Don't disintegrate. Don't tell yourself suffering narratives. Remove yourself from scenarios that create suffering narratives. Focus on the light. Keep grounded in the truth. Be practical, realistic. Be love-filled. Be present. Bye for now.